If you want some better looking and performing headlights than the factory set on your 2020 or newer JT Gladiator, these Raxiom 9-inch Vader LED headlights with the black housing and clear lens will be a great option for you. Now these will be a perfect choice for the JT owner looking for a set of lights to modernize the front end, both in style and performance. If your current set is lacking in both departments, whether their lenses are fogged, faded, or even broken, or just the lighting itself is underwhelming. Now these will make you much more confident when driving at night if that's something that you're currently struggling with because of the dull halogen headlights that you currently have, especially if you live in a darker area where you need all the light that you can get. As I said, these will offer a huge improvement in lighting based off of two factors, one being LED and two, the projector lenses that are paired with them. Now this set will feature a dual projector center section that will add a unique appearance to the lights themselves, but the high and low beam here will emit a bright white LED with a condensed and consistent beam pattern compared to a scattered halogen, which will improve your visibility at night. The LED halo here will also assist in the look and function with a thicker design compared to other thinner halos, and it does have a turn signal function, making this headlight much more noticeable at night and offering your build a very modern feel. The housing and the inner design will also add to the stylish appearance with the dual chrome accents around those projectors and a sleek black housing, which adds a darker aesthetic to the front and will match with other dark accessories. Now these will have a well-built construction with a black aluminum housing on the back that's going to resist any corrosion because of the black powder coat that these have, and it will have a fin design on the back to manage the heat effectively from the headlights to create a very efficient setup. Now the lens on the front, this is going to be made of a polycarbonate plastic, which will be transparent and impact resistant, so if you take your Wrangler off-road, you won't have to worry about any branches or brush harming the lenses here. These will also have a 9-inch construction compared to other smaller 7-inch options, taking up the entirety of the grille opening for a full and finished look. Now on the back, this will also have a plug and play design for the main driving lights and some minor wiring, as you can see here on the table, for the halo, but it is going to be straightforward, and we'll show you how to do that in just a moment. These will come in at about $375, which is pretty average for a set of 9-inch LED headlights. Now, a lot of headlights in the category will stand out in their own way with the design, so the style is going to come down to your personal preference. However, if you do like this design with the larger halo, dynamic dual projector setup, and the darker aesthetic, you also want a big boost in lighting performance, then this is going to be a great option for you. Install here will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and it should only take about an hour or so to install these. Now they do have additional wiring that needs to be done, but these are just going to tap into the parking lamp and the turn signal in order to allow the functions of that halo. The rest of it's going to be plug and play and very straightforward. So at this point, let's head over to the shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how you can get these installed on your Gladiator at home. That's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
For this install, you need a ratchet, 10mm socket, wire connectors, clip removal tool, wire strippers, and wire crimpers. All right, today we're going to be installing a set of headlights on our Gladiator. First, I'm going to watch a quick video how to install the stock ones, then we'll come back here to install the new ones.
Now we're going to be removing our 6 clips up top to remove the grille using our clip removal tool. And there's one more clip over on this side. Now that your clips are removed at the top, there's going to be some pull tabs on the bottom. And we just got to give a light tug and it'll come out. Now there's going to be 3 10mm bolts that hold your headlight in place. So we're going to take our 10mm socket and take them out. Now before we remove this, you're going to want to hold in the headlights so it doesn't come flying out. Now we can pull out. Then we can remove our connector by pressing in this tab and pulling out. And now you can repeat that process on the other side.
So we're gonna start off in our fender liner here. Now our new lights come with DRLs and turn signals, so we have to wire into our fender lights here. So there's just one 10mm bolt and 2 push clips. So we're just gonna get our clip removal tool and ratchet 10mm socket, get those out so we can access the back of our light here. So we're gonna start off with our clips. So grab our clip removal tool. First one is right here. Just gonna pop that out. You don't even need to pop it out of the actual fender liner, as long as you get it out of the bracket for the light. Now, sometimes they do break, it's not a big deal. Also looks like somebody put the wrong one back in here. Now our second one will be up here. We're missing it, but you're gonna take that one out here. And then we have our 10mm bolt right here. We can pull that down and access our wiring here for our lights. So you're gonna have 2 wires for each headlight. So we just have to put our connectors on. Now the kit does come with connectors to just clamp over the wire. We already have T-taps on there, so we're just gonna throw a couple spade connectors on, and then I'll show you how those attach. First, we just need to strip our wire back. Get our connector and then crimp that down. Make sure it's a good fit. Do the same thing for the other one. Then we can connect this to the back of our light in here. So on the back of your light here, you're gonna see 3 wires coming off. One is going to be your ground, that's your black. The other 2 are your turn signal and parking light. We're just gonna take one wire and plug them into each of these white wires. Doesn't really matter which one you're going into right now. We'll figure it out after we get our headlight hooked up. As you can see, they just slide into the back of the T-tap. Then we can route that under here and then pull these wires through to around where the headlight goes in, and then reinstall all of our hardware that secures our fender liner in place. So we're gonna get our headlight wired up now. As you can see, I do have our 4-ways on and our parking lights, just so when we're hooking this up, we can figure it out. So we're gonna plug in our main connector. That'll give us power to everything. We can kind of just tuck our headlight here for right now. There's gonna be 2 wires on the back. You simply just take one wire, test it out. You can see that does turn on our yellow turn signal, so that is the correct wire there. Secure that all the way in, and then get our other one. This should turn on our white parking light. So now that both our features on our headlight are working, we can now get our headlight mounted. All right, so just in case you noticed, we do have our truck running right now just because our battery did die. We just need to charge it up, just letting it run for a little bit. But now we can get our headlight mounted. So we have 3 10mm bolts with flat washers that are gonna go through the front and on the back side in between the headlight and the actual frame. We're gonna have our springs that are gonna go like so. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain just getting them in place. Just take your time. Just do one at a time. So we got our bolt, spring on the back side. Same thing at the bottom. We'll take our ratchet 10mm socket and tighten all 3 of those bolts down now. So we're gonna come to our fender liner and re-secure. Now I did just grab a different clip. Just make sure your wires are tucked up out of the way. Tuck your fender liner in. We'll put that clip in there. And then our 10mm bolt back here. Then you would also have that second one up here. Now once you have this headlight all secured, you can go to repeat those same steps for the headlight on the other side. So now we're gonna get our grill back in place. Just line up all the tabs on the bottom, push them in. Then we just have our 6 push clips going across the top. So we'll put our 6 push clips in. Then you close your hood and you're good to go. And that wraps up our install of our Raxiom 9-inch Vader LED headlights with a black housing and clear lens for our 2020 and newer Jeep Gladiator JT. And remember, for everything Jeep, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.